Hey, how you doing today? I am Taquila Coleman. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to break a unhealthy soul tie with a counterfeit. So let's start with the definition for counterfeit. Counterfeit means made in exact imitation of something valuable or important with the intentions to deceive or defraud. Okay, so if you have counterfeits in your life, counterfeits are exes from your past. Counterfeits can be your children's fathers or your children's mother. Okay, if these individuals are popping up, from your past, and you're like, I know this isn't God, I know this isn't my spouse, but for whatever reason I keep finding myself going back to this individual, I keep answering their calls, I keep dealing with this individual. I want to talk to you today in this video because when we talk about how do I break this unhealthy soul tie with a counterfeit, it has everything to do with you giving yourself the truth. It has everything to do with you bringing clarity into the situation, okay? And you dealing with your soul, all right? Your soul consists of your mind, will, and emotion, okay? Your will, the place where you make decisions from, if you keep finding yourself having sex with this counterfeit, if you keep finding yourself answering this counterfeit's phone, constantly giving this counterfeit chance after chance after chance, only for them to hurt you, that's we're dealing with the will, okay, in your soul. Your soul is knitted together with this counterfeit, and now it has gotten so far away, okay, from the Lord, and what you've really desired to where now, okay, the enemy is now pulling you in that direction. Okay, if you are constantly having thoughts, about this individual, you just can't seem to get this individual out of your mind, you know, again, we're dealing with the soul, okay, mind and emotion, okay, so like how I said, when we talk about how to break a unhealthy soul tie with a counterfeit, you got to give yourself the truth, and that is number one. I want you to redefine what love means according to the Bible. Redefine love according to the Bible. Okay. When I did this exercise back in 2015, the first, because I looked up all the scriptures on love, the scripture that stood out to me was love builds up. And I kept meditating on that. Love builds up. Well, if love builds up, then why is this happening in my life? Right? If love builds up, then why is X, Y, and Z, happening? Right? And it began to break things on the inside of me. The more I meditated on that scripture, love builds up, it began to uproot. It began to challenge, what I thought love, was at that time and how love, should love the individual, right? So you got to give yourself the truth. The truth is found in the Bible. You have to redefine love according to scripture. Because if your heart is telling you, I love this counterfeit, but you hearing something different from God and you seeing something different in this counterfeit's action, right? They're giving you hate, not love. You got to begin to ask yourself, well, what is love, right? You got to bring some clarity into the situation. Because the more clarity you bring and give to yourself, the more you learn what love is and what it's not, you will be able to let go of everything that's hurting you. See, scriptures say, yes, love builds up. Love will tell you the truth. Love will be patient with you. Love will be kind to you. Love forgives. It don't hold grudges. It don't try to pay you back. It don't do the tit for tat. Okay, love, it forgives. It's not control. It's not manipulative. It's none of these things, right? But you need to know this. So this is why I'm telling you to. I want you to search the Bible. Learn what love is according to the Bible. Learn where love comes from because according to the Bible, love comes from God. Are you loving someone who is telling you out their mouth they don't believe in God? That's your answer right there, whether or not what you have with this individual is real love. Because how can an individual say they love you, but they don't know, they don't believe in God? The very place or the very person where love comes from. Come on now, or spirit. Okay. So that's number one. We got to redefine love according to the Bible. The second thing is I want you to get clear on what it is you want in a husband or a wife. I had my client do this exercise last night. But the more you are clear on what it is that you want, the more, okay, when you are clear on this is what I want, right? And it's not all them the superficial things, I'm talking about like, I want to provide, I want a protector, I want, loyalty, I want, faithfulness, I want someone I can build with, I want someone who is a man of character, like a man of honor. I'm talking about these things, okay, not the superficial, right? But when you are clear on this is what I want in a spouse, someone who respects my boundaries, someone who has standards, right? Someone who can say no to other people, right? When you're clear, this is what I want in a spouse, you're able to see this counterfeit. Like you're able to see, okay, this what I want, I don't see any of this in this counterfeit, right? You're able to put truth to this, right? Because sometimes we can have these counterfeits up on a pedestal. Sometimes we could be so focused on, but they got potential. They got potential. If we could just work on that anger, right? No, you got to look at it. You got to look at it. If you want someone who's kind and loving and caring, you got to look at this person and give yourself the truth, right? I'm not saying that that's not in them because that is in everyone, right? It's just a matter of is this person willing to do the work to take care of their heart, right? Purge that hurt and pain out of their heart so that they can now be moved to being loving, caring, and kind hearted towards you, right? But you gotta get clear on a few things because if you don't know what you want, that counterfeit is gonna keep telling you and keep giving you what they want you to have. Okay, so you have to know this is what I want in a spouse. This is what this is what I'm looking for, right? And I'm gonna take it a step further. Number three, when we talk about how to break this unhealthy soul tie with this counterfeit, go to God in prayer. If you haven't prayed about it, I want you to go to God in prayer. And I want you to ask God, this person that I'm with, is this my spouse? Confirm it to me, right? If it's not, if this counterfeit isn't your spouse, because sometimes the enemy can confuse us into thinking this individual is the one, you know. But take it to the Lord in prayer. He'll tell you, he'll give you a dream. He'll tell you, he'll allow that person to reveal themselves to you, right? But we got to start breaking these unhealthy soul ties with these counterfeits so that you can now get in position to welcome in your God ordained spouse. Okay? So that is it. I am Taquila Coleman. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.